Well, hey Leo, how about a little advice from the tarot for you today? It's been a while. I've been on sabbatical from reading tarot, but I'm back. I am interested to see what's going on with you. I have my moon in Leo, so I always think of that as my heart. So, sun, moon, rising, Leos. Let's see what's going on. I'm going to begin with a tarot card about the overall energy of this reading. Oh, you got the Slowpoke Knight. Going slow and doing it right. That's what the Slowpoke Knight does. Here in this deck, represented by a mule or a donkey. You tell me. I don't know the difference, but I kind of get like the stubborn, steady, nosing that pentacle along. And that's what it takes to do things right. Because sometimes, people want to rush you, right? And you have to be stubborn to do things right when other people are in a hurry. And that's their stuff. So that's what's coming in for me. Interesting. Underlying energy. Oh, a little anxiety and insomnia. Perhaps you're having a little trouble. This always bring trouble, taking your time and doing it right. This always makes me think about how this one is keeping watch over this one. This feels to me like your heart, your inner child. It's a part of you that's vulnerable, and you're protecting this part of you. And so perhaps you're losing a little sleep at night. That happens to me too. Has to do with this beautiful love offering here. This is self-love. It's divine love. Love. It could be another person. Excuse me. So this is here. It looks to be the source of either your self-defense and you're taking it slow like this Nine of Pentacles, or the cause of it. We see one other card here, a wonderful Three of Pentacles. It's very practical energy. It's about you and the other wolves in your pack here, and you're collaborating to bring down this stag. Or it can feel like you are the stag and these three are hunting you. But the card's really about everybody has something to bring to the table, and together you make a vision real. So it's a very practical card, but this imagery of the wolves hunting the stag. The stag is the vision, the ideal. And there's three of you hunting that same ideal. If it has to do with this cup, with this ideal of love, and if you think about how are three people in a love, well, there's you, there's your lover, and then your relationship is really a third part of that. I don't know, take or leave that. So this is really about you stubbornly pursuing something in the right way. There's some anxiety here about it, and we will find out more. I also am going to bring in a deck here for your cross watcher, and I didn't know if it would come up, but it's already come up. I'm just going to occasionally ask a question of this deck for your cross watcher. Leos, you're quite popular. You're charismatic. You're out there. Somebody might be watching this video because they want to find out about you. So let's talk to them, okay? Oh, there's a little Five of Cauldrons. I'm going to just pull three cards. A Three of Swords. Ouch, this is some painful stuff. And an Ace of Swords. The Truth. Well, yeah, so for your cross watcher, if they're feeling frustrated with your... so if you, the cross watcher, are kind of hanging out with this Leo, what you're dealing with is old stuff. Grief, broken heart and mind at odds, and that's why they're taking it slow. That's why they're in the Slowpoke Knight. thing. So there's your answer. All right, so let's talk to Leo. Leo, we're going to ask a few questions about what you should release, what you should embrace, what the stars want to tell you, or the heavens. We've got Mercury in retrograde, several planets in retrograde. It gives you a chance to review. So we'll ask about what you are reviewing. Release, embrace, review. What the tarot wants you to know that's hidden from you. And the future, which of course can change. All right. So what shall Leo release? You may have been working on some healing work, Leo. This is a card of wish fulfillment and healing. The star, divinely supported, beautiful Aquarian energy. This image is a bit dreamy. It's like something out there, an ideal. It's because it's an Aquarian card. It can be a little bit, it's coming in for me as airy and intellectual and up in your head. And I guess maybe because your cross watcher got a lot of air with the Three of Swords and the Ace of Swords. All right. How about what Leo should embrace? Ah, beautiful. The Ten of Cups. This is an ideal of love, of community, family. It's really that you have achieved true, perfect, emotional satisfaction. Very beautiful. Embrace that. Enjoy it. It took a lot of emotional work to get there, and so just enjoy it. That's what that message is. What is Leo reviewing? Leo is reviewing, this is tough stuff. This is the head. This is self-defeating thoughts. It's specifically about theft and dishonesty. So it's either yours or somebody else's dishonesty in the recent past. So that's like a dark card here. And that's kind of coming in for me as like why you're in a Knight of Pentacles mode, that something happened in the past, right? It's why you're really anxious, even though like this is what you're being offered. The beautiful Ace of Cups. You're anxious, you're self-protective, you're doing everything right. Because there's been something really painful in the past. This guy has stolen these raven's feathers or crow's feathers, and the crow is telling. So that's a situation in the past. We'll clarify all of these a little bit here. Let's keep pulling our baseline here. So what the tarot wants you to know, beautiful Two of Cups, beautiful soulmate connection, a mirroring image, two equals, it's new, it's lovely. So that's here. We'll find out more. If you're already in something like that, don't forget. We see you here at the 10. So that it begins here with the 2. So don't forget this. It's hidden from you right now. So if you're being pulled away from like this dreamy star thing into like what is, which is you have everything that you need. Your emotional satisfaction, your community, your family, all of that, you have it. So I'm kind of getting that you're a little in your head for good reason. And when you do that, you're forgetting, you can't see your Two of Cups. So see the Two of Cups. If it's a new thing or if it's the thing that you're in, see it. It's still there. Even though perhaps there's been, couples get into trouble. So, or you were in trouble in the past, right? Your crosswatcher is like, why is my Leo being so perfectionisty and slow and careful? And, I'm offering my heart. And the cards say that Leo is has some real grief and pain, betrayal, really, that they're sorting through. And that's what this tells us about. Leo is repairing some of that head stuff and is having good boundaries as a result. Okay, the future. Beautiful. They are going to figure out, they're going to get clarity, our Leos. So you, Leo, You're in a process, you're surrounded by love. You've been doing all this healing work, and here you end up, the Queen of Swords. She's really powerful. She is discerning. She's mature. She will remove anything that doesn't work for her. And that's you. That's where we see you in the future, Leo. That's fantastic. So let's see, underlying energies. Ooh, okay. Just like a ton of things. Geez, Leo. Okay, we'll just read it all. And then we'll clarify this baseline to get you a little bit more detail on your story. Okay, underlying for you. I think this is where you've been. You've been kind of internal. You've been reflecting on your past. This is Hermit energy. It's Virgo. It's head stuff. It's the reflecting on the past part that we have here with all of our planets in retrograde. So you're looking at your life and you're understanding that you have an inner light and it guides you. Okay. There's also been some transformation here, death. It's not easy, but there's been transformation. These are big grown-up cards, Leo. We see more evidence that you're healing in the realm of your thoughts and your paradigms and your stories, the Four of Swords, and more of this alone energy. So it's funny that I wanted to pull cards for your cross watcher. They're feeling like, where is my Leo? They've been missing you. And now we're seeing that you've been doing transformative solitary work. There's the energy of Gemini, of the Page of Swords, of that curiosity and open-mindedness. I feel like this is your other Leo, but it might be you just kind of coming out of this, examining your thoughts and sort of being open to new ones. It's kind of coming in for me as an outside energy. But then when I put it on the table, I see the Page of Swords walking out of that little nest. I'll show you. I see this walking out of this nest and going forward with this open mind. And there's a burden. There's a quit your job card. Not your literal job, but whatever you've been burdening yourself with, you're finished. It's like been an exertion of will. And not very fun for anyone that's around you. Some feeling of poverty and loneliness and being left out. And then an energy of visioning and being open to the next world, the new world, the start of a new... It looks to me, Leo, as if you've been doing internal work. It's kind of this. You've been doing this. Healing. It's work of healing. You've been doing it in all these ways. It's been very transformative. You really dedicated yourself to it, like the Slowpoke Knight with responsibility. You've been willing to take all of this time and to work through all of your sore feelings. And then now you're finally ready to look out the window. And I kind of see how these two people, this is underlying energy and this is your future. Like they're both looking ahead on the table. And my camera's reversed and I always forget to save things correct, so that you see the way I see it. But you're on the table, you're looking towards the future. This is a card of visioning, Two of Wands, and we've got the Queen of Swords. She's also looking forward with discernment, with the very mature energy. So we're just seeing this again and again, and we've already told your cross watcher what's going on. I don't yet feel an urge to clarify for the cross watcher anymore, but I might. Okay. I'm going to clarify, Leo. And I've been inclined to use this Rider-Waite-Smith deck. It's very clear, communicates very clearly, even though this is a pretty straightforward message. It's very lovely, too. All right. So, Leo, you're being told to release the star. What's that about? Let's get more info. There's your hermiting. Yep, you've been alone, reflecting on the past and your experience. You have felt trapped in your mind. That seems clear. Swords are your mind. This is an illusion. You're quite loosely tied. You could take the blindfold off and simply walk out, but it feels very real that you've been trapped in your mind. And it looks like there's some very practical concerns, a 10 of Pentacles. Very practical. Yeah, the Hermit energy is Virgo-y, so, and then, yeah, we do see the Knight of Pentacles is very practical. You're doing this out of a sense of responsibility. You are building your kingdom. Interesting. Okay, I don't know what that has to do with this, but let's find out. 2 tens, the good tens. 10 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles are here for you. Oh, you're looking at, I just saw a card here, the Sagittarian energy of the Hanged Man. You're looking at something from a new perspective. It's taken you some time and work to do that. Okay, so your 10 of Cups. This is what, there's all of this momentum, Cancerian energy, forward motion. It's almost like you're taking leave of home. You're being carried forward by these 2 sphinxes. It's a love journey. It's very heart-centered. Cancerian energy. You don't even need reins. You are drawn forward in your chariot by love itself. But it's still very contained energy. It's like I went in myself and I got this momentum forward towards. Yeah, you've been doing some work, Leo. Moon work. Yeah, and it may be that you have more ahead of you, but that's definitely looking into what you don't know, what you haven't examined about yourself, into your emotional depths. It looks like judgment, ascension. So you're really, these are all grown up major arcana cards. So you're being told here in your 10 of Cups, which is your family, your partnership, your community, that there's like, whatever work you've done on yourself, you're now coming into, you have like this, you're encouraged, you're motivated, you have the energy and the desire of the Chariot to keep plumbing the depths of yourself, to keep learning, I think with others, whatever it is for you, if it's one person or more. You're now moving into doing this work with others. You've been doing it alone, and now you're doing it within this context. Whatever this meant to you when I held it up and talked about it. So you're doing this work with them, and that this is the way to ascend, to really get the life that you want, and you do it with another or others. That's really cool. I love it. I love it from my Leo heart. Okay, the lion-hearted Leos. What is this with the 7 of Swords in the past? Something that explains a lot to all of us about something quite painful and self-defeating. Either somebody lied to you or you've been lying or stolen from. So there's your Hanged Man. Pick it up. Yep. The Hanged Man. So I told you this card was on the bottom of the deck. This is what you're reflecting on. So for one example, something bad happened in the past. It hurt a lot. And now you're like, well, actually, I'm grateful that happened because look where I am. So that could be what that is. There's the truth. Again. So once a tarot reader said this, and I like it for this moment. When you get the Ace of Swords after the tarot reader just said something, that's the truth. They nailed it, right? So, but the Hanged Man is able to see the truth here from a completely new position. And there you are in the future, the Queen of Swords showing up again. So this process of reflection and review is really fruitful for you. When you look at it this way, you're going to be able to see the truth. The truth is everything that happens in your life, all the painful, terrible, terrifying stuff, it makes you better. It makes you stronger, right? We saw death here. That's good. You're transformed. You're healed. You can go forward, unburdened, free, curious, open-minded, envisioning. You have this really powerful clarity and a willingness to use it, right? This is her again. So that's really great. Whatever you're reviewing and learning to look at from a different angle. Yes, great work. So now there's a Two of Cups here, and the tarot wants you to know this. It's hidden from you. Now it's not hidden from you. Let's find out what we can know about it, if anything. I'm sure you're crosswalk. There's your 10 of Cups. This is what you're being told to embrace. Yes, this healing work that you're doing, it's time to do it with this, whoever this Two of Cups is. There's your Knight of Pentacles. Yes, the Slowpoke Knight. Aw, beautiful. This is the Slowpoke Knight. Like this, whoever this is, whoever these people are, your community, your family, your partner, with them, you can do this. And we're still seeing you deciding between past losses and regrets and failures, and that you're being offered an Ace of Cups. We've seen that already, and you're not quite able to take it because you're anxious, right? You're protecting your little self there. Yep. I'm still kind of wondering how this fits in, but maybe we'll find out here if we look at the future, which is the Queen of Swords. Oh yeah, your cross watcher wants to know about this Two of Cups thing. Let's see. They're like, I might be that Two of Cups. So let's ask. What about this Two of Cups for the cross watcher? For Leo's cross watcher. There we got the Hangman again. Ooh, the Queen of Cups. And the Queen of Swords. Well, what's happening here with the Two of Cups is there's somebody who's really open about their feelings, and then there's somebody who's a little bit guarded and has some terrible clarity from having been hurt. So if we see these are our Two of Cups, cross watcher, that your Leo is maybe of both minds at once. And ideally for me, I think you want to combine the cups with the sword. Like you want to use the truth with justice and mercy and love. It's just that your Leo here is working through how the heart has wounded them, and then they got up in their heads. And so they're getting new perspective, right? We saw this already, that they're getting new perspective. Before they are going to go forward with clarity. So I would say to you, Crosswatcher, if you are not good for this Leo, you should just expect them to cut you out of their life. But if you are good for them, they'll keep you, and they'll do it with full clarity and open-heartedness. But that's what's happening. It's pretty major. They're reflecting on past hurts. And if you're the past hurt, I don't know what you should do. I'm not going to ask that. I'm going to get back to Leo. Okay, Leo, let's look at your future. All right. The Queen of Swords, very powerful, much clarity, willingness to use it. There's a burden that you do have to put down. We've seen that already, the 10 of Wands, right? This gal carrying all this baggage. Could be your baggage. Somebody else could be your baggage. Lots of other people could be your baggage. Okay. There's a King of Pentacles. We've seen that you're being very practical, the Slowpoke Knight. This is security, it's abundance, it's your kingdom. Let's see what else. It could be your other, and then generosity, practicality, charitable giving. Oh, wow. Okay, really, really simply, Leo. The burden that you have to put down is that you've been acting like the King of Pentacles here. And you've been very generous. And it's just been taxing for you. So you're going to cut that loose. You're cutting that loose. it's going to free you to have this really beautiful, this 10 of Cups thing that helps you ascend to really to the life that you want to live. Yeah, so you're cutting out a burden, the 10 of Wands. And we see the 10 of Cups here, the 10 of Pentacles here. You really worked hard for all of the gifts that you have to offer. We can see that in your past. It's been where your focus has been. It's been idealistic. It's given you wisdom. And yet you've also felt trapped. And so now we've seen that you've gone through a solitary process of reflecting on that and learning from that and letting it transform you, and that you're ready for a new vision. And you're being advised by this tarot deck to go to the next stage with the people of your heart, your loved one, your soulmate connection or connections. And that's where, when the Knight of Pentacles goes forward to do things right with that family or partner or community, they are going to be able to complete this work. You, Leo, will be able to complete this work. You're going to come to clarity that you don't need all of these, whatever these burdens are. I would say, like, as I'm listening to this reading and I'm thinking about myself, I'm not really feeling like I relate to this. But if you, Leo, do relate to perhaps being overly generous with others in some way and feeling ensnared by that and letting yourself be free of it. And I kind of came to a little crisis the other day where I realized that I wasn't having good boundaries with people that need and want support. And, it's an honor that they want my support. But then I just have limited time. And if I give all of my steady, solid King of Pentacles energy out, I don't have any time for the particular people, the family, the loves of my life. I don't have any time for myself, for my projects, for my commitments with myself either. And so it feels like that kind of future revelation of how to cut out the excess when you're this kind of lion-hearted person and you like to be a leader, Leo. You also are rocking the good hair, right? I was like, I can't do a Leo reading, I need a haircut. But anyway, people look to you for leadership, and this is what you get to actually cut some of that off if when you get to this Queen of Swords place. Underlying this here, there is a we've seen this before, the Four of Swords. This is you and your nest healing, looking at really going alone to examine the stories that you have, your thoughts and your ideas. And then we see movement on that from stormy waters to calmer seas. You're carrying somebody with you. I feel like it's your family, it's your people, it's the ones that make it through this decision process that the Queen of Swords is good at making about who's in and who we leave on the other shore. And interestingly, a Five of Pentacles, it has to do with poverty. I feel like these are the people that you're leaving on the other shore. And I don't mean like you're not at all charitable, but there is a way that I think you're giving too much to needy people. And the reason that you're doing that is your own need, your own identification with the abandoned and the impoverished. And I would never say not to care about other people who are suffering, but I would say not at the expense of your family, of this. It's okay to center your heart around your heart people, and then to give it actually grows your heart, and it gives you a greater capacity to deal with the needs of others, and that you have more to offer when you're in love and being loved and having good boundaries, for sure. So, Leo, I think that is what this is really about for you. Your crosswatcher really wants to know. They're very self-centered. They really want to know about themselves in this. So let's just ask, where does whoever this crosswatcher is, are they the Two of Cups? Or are these Five of Pentacles people that are going to get left out in the cold? I wonder what'll happen if I ask that question, don't you? Okay, let's see. Let us see. The Knight of Pentacles, again for the third time. That's our Slowpoke Knight, right? He's got funny hair. He got a bowl cut. There's the healing. You've seen this 3 times too. Like we're playing concentration. And the 10 of Rods. That's a very non-answer. It just says that the Leo here is not done healing and discerning what burden they need to put down. So they don't even know if it's you. They're not thinking about you. They're just focused on their task. So yeah, you came in, crosswatcher is a little self-centered there. It's not about you. A lot of the time, other people's process is not about you. And so I would say to the crosswatcher, be loving and supportive and give your Leo space. This is, if you get all anxious about abandonment and self-centered about their process, you're going to be more annoying than helpful. I don't see any sign that they're cutting you out. I see this call for the crosswatcher to be a Queen of Cups. And the Queen of Swords isn't going to cut out a good... I mean, this is here. This could be you, my friend. All right. Well, that was weird. I hope it was helpful. I found it very helpful. I have Leos that I might be a crosswatcher for, and I have my Leo moon. So I can... It's good. It's good. It's not about me as the crosswatcher. And as the Leo in the reading, I'm being encouraged to do my work with others. And so that's what we're encouraging you to, Leo. All right. Leo and your crosswatcher, have a great day.